Many people came before me, but intentions were not pure.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Made with Mel. I don't know what we're making over here, but we making hits. Nothing but the hits. It's a new branding ting, you know. I just felt like switching it up a little bit. Alright, let's jump right into this video. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I always say this and I always end up doing the most. But anyway, we are going to talk about preparing for a successful semester. I don't know about y'all, but I know some people are starting classes the 25th. I'm starting classes on the 25th. I know a couple of people that are starting classes. Maybe some of y'all started last week. But this is about preparing for a successful spring semester, especially in an online format. So basically, I'm gonna give you guys like maybe a few tips of things that worked for me, and this is what I've learned from my fall semester. I graduated in 2018, started graduate school in 2020, so these are all tips that are coming from fall semester. Especially for working or going to school like in an online format, it's definitely different than having to get up and like maybe drive to class or take the shuttle or Uber or whatever you guys do. It takes a lot more motivation. It's hard to not just like open up your laptop in bed.
Well, all right, that's it for...
Guys, let's prepare for a successful semester. Okay, so first things first, I just want to say for my fall semester, I ended up with a 3.94. Your girl worked to that 3.94 and the Lord Jesus Christ worked along with me. I'm so grateful for that grade. You guys know the semester I had. Without God, I don't think I would have gotten that grade, but we worked at it, and we are here. So that was my first semester GPA. So this semester, we're definitely working for that 4.0. And in order to do that, we're gonna do some things, obviously change some study habits and just really try to be successful this semester, whatever success looks like for you. All right. I don't know, I'm so happy. I haven't eaten, so I should be drained, so I feel like I'm overcompensating. So before we get started, I want to let you guys know that this semester I have one asynchronous class and the rest are synchronous. So if you guys will know, asynchronous means you're not meeting at a certain time every week for that class. You keep up with the work. If there's still deadlines that you have to meet, but you're not meeting for class at like a certain time. And then you have synchronous classes where you guys meet at a certain time, and yes, you still have assignments and everything due outside of class, but you're meeting as a class. So this is gonna be different for me. I didn't have any asynchronous classes last semester. This semester I have one, and it's my epidemiology class. So I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, this is gonna be a new challenge because I feel like it's easy to get behind on your work if you don't keep up with it. The first tip that I will take, I guess, to give you guys is write out your whole semester. Once your classes upload their syllabuses, just make sure you write out your semester. Each like big assignment, you know, as far as small assignments, you can keep up with those like maybe as the week goes, but for big assignments, especially like homeworks, quizzes, projects, presentations, midterms, I have started to put them all into, you cannot see that, into like this over here. I got this on Amazon, and basically I haven't put in every class yet, but all the big assignments like midterms and everything, I've put on this big calendar just to see like how my weeks are gonna look like, how busy I'm gonna be during that week. And plus, since I like work part-time, I have to make sure that I have enough time to do my work. So that's one thing that I learned from fall semester that I'm bringing into the spring semester, is to write out my whole semester. And you know, sometimes the dates will change, but at least you'll just know ahead of time so you can like adjust as you go. And then of course you're gonna use like your smaller planner for like, you know, smaller assignments and things like that. And then I'll use my phone for like Google Calendar and stuff. And that's usually for like Zoom meetings, for class, for group projects, or just any like other extracurriculars that I do outside of class. It'll help me see like, okay, when I have work and when I have another Zoom meeting or another thing that I do. So that really helps. Organization is key. Planners, calendars, sticky notes, they're your best friend. Another thing I'm going to, of course, bring with me this semester is, you know, when it comes to asynchronous or synchronous, is really, this is easier said than done, but I can't procrastinate. I think when you're busy, like for me, working a part-time job, co-team leading on this organization, other extracurriculars I do outside of, you know, school and YouTube and stuff, like that has to force me to be like on crunch time. That kind of stresses me out because I feel like when I have a strict schedule and something happens, I just get stressed out. So I try to leave myself enough room to where I can be like a little flexible with my time. And honestly, show yourself grace. You're not a robot, you can do everything, but just try hard to be like excellent, whatever that looks like for you. That's why I said make sure you define what success looks like for you, because it looks different for everyone, okay? Some people are like, shoot, as long as I get a 3.0, as long as I get 3.5, like I'm good. As long as you're passing your classes, you should be good, but still strive for excellence, right? But at the same time, show yourself grace. I realize I'm more productive in the morning. I believe I'm a morning person. I like to sleep, you know, and things like that, but I'm always up at like 7, 8, you know, I'm just up. So I realize I function better and I'm more productive in the morning than I am at night. At night, I'm tired and I just want to like relax and chill out. So because I learned that about myself, I realized that a lot of times I was pushing off my readings for classes towards the end of the day, and that did not work. So I realized a lot of my readings, because there is a lot of reading in graduate school, a lot of my readings should have been like in the morning, because that's when I'm more functional and I can take in more information and I can think critically and things like that. But honestly, after 5, maybe I shouldn't try to read. And if I do, I know I failed myself. So make sure you figure out what is your optimal time to do work and just go at it. And there's also this method I need to look for online that I'm going to try spring semester, where it's like you do work for a certain amount of time and make sure you're taking mini breaks in between, and then you have like a countdown like clock, so you're doing work for like 25 minutes, resting for like 5 minutes, doing work for 25. Honestly, you need little breaks, like times to stretch, because all my classes are going to be online. I'm going to be in my room for the most part. I'm going to be sitting down a lot, so just making sure you have time to like stretch, relax, get something to eat, and by fall, you know, even if you have to leave in the middle of class with your headphones in and get something to eat, it's okay, like especially if you don't have to turn your video on. So those are kind of things and tips that I'll use for like synchronous classes, asynchronous classes. But for the asynchronous specifically, this is going to be the challenge for me, because this is where I have to like keep up with my work, because I do not want to forget. Trust me, I'll forget. The first thing I did is, you know, she put the syllabus and uploaded the class onto Canvas, which is the website we use to turn in assignments, look at modules, readings, all that stuff. I looked at that class first because I knew this was going to be different for me, and I was trying to figure out, okay, what did the deadlines look like? Is it like everything is due on one day, or is it like each module is due like on a certain day? So I wanted to make sure I understood that first, because I didn't want to jump into classes on Monday and I'm not sure how this class is going to be organized, especially since we're not meeting. That's why I feel like it's important to have this calendar to where you're writing down all your assignments for your asynchronous class too, because like it will tell you like, oh, I have another class that I technically do not have to go to, but I still have to keep up with. It's just really important to see how the professor wants the deadlines, or see what she has on like Canvas, because a lot of times, I don't know, I think it's just different for everyone. It's just a matter of making sure you're organized and keeping up. And I think what I'm gonna do with that class is that will be like the class I'll have on Saturday mornings. So I'll update you guys on how I'm organizing it. I'm still figuring it out, because like I said, this is my first time I'm having an asynchronous class. So yeah, but also I want to let you guys know like the mindset I am bringing into this spring semester. You know, there's a lot of negative things I could have said about fall semester as far as what I did wrong, but everything I told you is basically a lesson from what I did wrong, so I don't think I need to go into that. But I just want to remind you guys, like, show yourself grace, and also, like, you're not a robot, you can't do everything. Don't forget to ask. You can ask your professors, they are there for you. Everyone is in this pandemic, so honestly, if you have sucky professors and they don't care, it does not make sense to me. It does not make sense in my head, because are we not in the same pandemic? Just make sure you reach out to your professors. Make sure you utilize your campus's resources. I'm using CAPS, which is like a CAPS at Emory, which is like a therapy type thing. And I found out we get like 10 free sessions, 10 to 12 free. You know, some of the tuition. But anyway, make sure to live in the present, guys. I know there's so much to think about. Internships, and some internships, it's like, are we even gonna do them? You know, some internships are not gonna be like the same experiences as, you know, doing it in person. We're thinking about jobs, we're thinking about student loans, we're thinking about so many things. But don't forget to live in the present. That is one thing that is carrying me through this semester, to live in the present and knowing that you can't control everything. And that thing that also comes from my faith in Christ, to be honest, because the way this world is moving and shaking, I can only put my hope in my hope. Hey.
This year I hope everything is on deliver fresh from nature God.
I can only put my hope in him and in him alone. And I think that's really been helping me, just making sure my faith is placed in him and not in how stable this world is gonna be, because that faith will come crashing down. Yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to say. I hope you guys have, you know, a blessed day, and I hope you guys have a great spring semester. We're gonna do this, you know. We could be chatting it on Twitter like, LOL, I'm failing, ha 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 ha. But I know we always come out with that 4.0, period. So in my next video, just guys, look out for that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My next video, I want to go into budgeting and being a broke graduate student and learning how not to be a broke graduate student.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
We will go into that in my next video, and I will see you guys later.